Love spell. Husband and wife problems. Love problems. Business investment. Family issues. Health problems. Marriage problems. Stop divorce. Court case. Bring back good luck. Childless couples. His specialist removal black magic. Negative energy. Evil spirits. Bad luck. If you're disappointed from other astrologer, don't worry. Meet him once and get solutions for your all problems. Call or WhatsApp for book on appointments. +59 2620 3330.
Your top stories this evening, sponsored by Corpse, bringing value home. 300 monthly sexual assault cases in Guyana. 90% of victims are women. Stupid people invested in the Ponzi scheme, VP Jagdeo. Minister Edgel urges caution, patience, as Linden Highway undergoes major rehabilitation. And $4.57 billion state-of-the-art Faculty of Health Sciences commissioned. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Aletha Grant with the Tuesday, 1st April 2025 edition of the HGP Nightly News. This is what you need to know this evening. With more than 300 cases of sexual assault reportedly monthly in Guyana and 90% of the victims being women, authorities are ramping up efforts to raise awareness and strengthen interventions. Tiana Cole opens tonight's broadcast.
The Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, in collaboration with the Imperial House, has launched the quote-unquote Asking for It exhibition and workshop to mark Sexual Assault Awareness Month 2025. Dr. Kona Husbands, manager of the Sexual Offences and Domestic Violence Policy Unit, noted that sexual assault remains a significant issue in Guyana. While there were a spike in cases early this year, she stated that numbers are now declining.
On average, on a monthly basis, in excess of 300 cases of sexual assault every year.
She highlighted that more than 90% of reported cases involve women, many of whom are now finding the courage to speak out. While some male survivors have also come forward, they account for less than 10% of reported cases.
Over 70% of those cases are children, are persons under the age of 18 years old, and this is a significant number.
Meanwhile, Minister of Human Services and Social Security Vinder Prasad, in delivering remarks, emphasized that addressing sexual violence requires more than just assigning blame. She stressed the importance of education and awareness, which must begin at home, in schools, communities, and religious spaces.
So you should never lose sight of this when you go out there and you have the opportunity to say something and do something.
She underscored that the ministry cannot tackle the issue single-handedly and called on all fractions of society to play their part. From 2021 to 2023, the minister said a robust network focusing on intervention, prevention, and support was developed. She also emphasized that justice must be applied fairly and equally, regardless of the perpetrator's identity.
When a case comes up and they start to tell me, but I said I don't want to know who the perpetrator is. Everybody must face the same penalties, must face the same procedures, must face the law.
She also spoke about the 2024 Family Violence Act, which repealed the 1996 Domestic Violence Act. She noted that, even with the legislation in place, the ministry has gone further by training 50% of the membership of the Guyana Police Force under the initiative quote-unquote Cop Squad. This ensures that every officer in every police station understand the new law and their responsibilities.
There are powers within the Act that empower police officers to enter a home without a warrant. That's a significant power. Once there is reasonable suspicion that domestic violence, if you could still call it that, we call it family violence, or any form of violence, assault would have happened.
Also speaking at the launch, Wasim Khan, Executive Director of the Imperial House, shared an emotional toll of listening to survivors' stories. He said the accounts revealed horrific experiences endured by victims, often in places where they should have felt safe.
Let us educate, advocate, and work relentlessly to build a world where no one has to suffer in silence. A world where justice is not privilege, but a promise kept.
The quote-unquote Asking For It exhibition being held at the Guyana in Kingston from April 1 to 7, 2025 coincides with Sexual Assault Month under the theme quote-unquote Building Connected Communities. The exhibition features the powerful display of 15 outfits worn by survivors at the time of the assault, accompanied by the personal narratives and societal responses. Guyana reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Tiana. The General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party Civic is warning party supporters not to become overly confident ahead of the 2025 general and regional elections. Travis Chase has that story.
As Guyanese prepare to cast their ballots sometime this year, the governing People's Progressive Party Civic is urging its supporters not to become too confident. That urging came from Vice President Barry Jagdeo, who is also the General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party Civic.
We are confident of winning the elections, but I've said it here, confidence must not become arrogance.
In essence, Mr. Jagdeo warned PPP supporters not to underestimate the opposition going into the next elections, as was the case when his party lost the 2015 elections.
People grow too confident. A lot of them, we had that in the elections before. They say, oh, we don't win already. Don't go out. Maybe they don't make the effort to go out and vote. That's why I said to people, confident, but you have to go back to take the message of the party and to do the work.
Jagdeo wants PPP supporters to campaign vigorously and mobilize votes to join the People's Progressive Party Civic.
I want every activist of this party and supporter to work as though we are behind. That's when you ensure the outcome.
Even though Mr. Jagdeo urged his party supporters not to be too confident ahead of the 2025 polls, he appeared very confident that his party's presidential candidate Irfan Ali will return to office.
It's not going to make a difference who the coalition puts.
$7.3 billion was budgeted and approved for the Guyana Elections Commission, and President Irfan Ali has already said that the People's Progressive Party Civic will comply with the Constitution and announce a date for the 2025 general and regional elections soon. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Travis Chase will once again tell us that it is the view of the General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party Civic that quote-unquote stupid people invested in the Yuri Garcia Ponzi scheme and as such is urging victims to hand over evidence to the police proving they were duped.
Even though Ponzi scheme accused Yuri Garcia Dominguez has not left Guyana since he was charged with multiple counts of fraud, the Guyana police force went ahead and issued a wanted bulletin for him. The GPF said Garcia is wanted in connection with his ongoing trial and the probe into what has been described as a massive Ponzi scheme. A wanted bulletin was issued after Garcia allegedly failed to comply with the conditions of his bail, which required him to report to the Criminal Investigations Department at Ivleri every Friday. Since the bulletin was issued, General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party Civic and the country's sitting Vice President is urging those who were scammed by Garcia to come forward. Jack Dio claims that Mr. Garcia, even though released on bail, was seen in Mahaica trying to solicit villagers to invest.
The guy went to Unity Village and he's been several elderly people and others, he's ripped them off again. He told them that this is the way that if they invest more money with him, they can get back the money that they lost, that he has this money in some crypto scheme, and all sorts, the fraudulent talk.
Mr. Jackdew believes that the people, including a member of parliament, who invested in the Ponzi scheme are stupid.
I hope they catch him and jail him. You know, this is a crook. I hope you're watching this. I hope you're watching this, and anybody associated with him comes to you, call the police, go to the police now, and let's get them locked up. It's unconscionable. I know some businessmen invested, but I don't want to say bad things. They were stupid people.
The police have urged all agents associated with Garcia and his wife, Atika Ishmael's business operations, to visit the CID with documents detailing their transactions, including records of money received and handed over to Garcia and Ishmael. Uri and his wife, Atika Ishmael, the principals of Accelerated Capital Firm Incorporated, were arrested in 2020 and faced dozens of fraud-related charges. They were released on bail amounting to close to $30 million. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Thanks, Travis. Join us after the break for more news.
Keeping up with the kids' growth spurts might mean it's time for a bigger fridge. Don't worry, at Quartz, we've got you. Save up to $50,000 on select fridges. Get a free grill or mixer with select stoves and more. Need to upgrade your home? Get smart TVs from as low as $32,999. Plus, shop today and pay later. And make your first payment in 30 days with Quartz Ready Finance. Whatever you need, we've got you. Only at Quartz, bringing value home. Offer ends April 23, 2025.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal and versatile pole lights. Look to upgrade your comfort, export top-of-the-line AC units, and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc. Powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
70% ethyl alcohol. And hydrate. Mighty Foam Hand Sanitizer. How do you stay clean?
Welcome back. You're watching the HGP Nightly News. Following numerous complaints from commuters about the deplorable state of the Soesdijk-Linden Highway, the Minister of Public Works is urging road users to remain calm and reduce their speed amid ongoing construction. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
Minister of Public Works Juan Agil during an early morning site visit on Tuesday to assess rehabilitation works on the Soesdijk-Linden Highway addressed the ongoing concerns of commuters. The deteriorating condition of the highway has been causing significant damage to vehicles, particularly for those who rely on the route for their daily livelihood. While assessing the progress of the project, the minister urged road users to exercise caution, observe speed limits, and be patient as construction continues.
First thing that we have to do here is to get everybody to calm down and slow down. We are here standing, and you're seeing the speed with which the vehicles are moving. It's not advisable. So we will have to work with the traffic chief and agree on a new speed limit, and we will, for construction, and we will have to put up those signs in the interest of ensuring compliance.
Edgett acknowledged concerns raised by commuters through various platforms and assured these issues will be addressed through discussions with contractors and consultants to ensure work progresses efficiently while maintaining safety.
We can't be speeding in the construction zone, that's one, because the people who are working on that zone are at risk, but you're also putting yourself at risk by speeding on a surface that is not completed.
The minister also reassured commuters that shortly, sections of the Suzdijk-Linden Highway will be significantly improved.
With the pace that they are working, within 6 months, significant sections will be already overlaid. And in those sections, you'll be able to move faster.
The 2024 rehabilitation project for 73 kilometers to Suzdijk-Linden Highway saw $10 billion allocated by the Parliamentary Committee of Supply as part of a $30 billion upgrade, funded by a loan from the Islamic Development Bank. Key infrastructure improvements include the construction of 2 new roundabouts, upgraded lighting, designated laybys for trucks, and the reconstruction of 9 bridges and 6 culverts. The upgrades are designed to enhance road quality, connectivity, and overall public infrastructure. Tiana reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
With the aim of empowering secondary school students across all 10 administrative regions, Shout 3.0 will return for its 3rd consecutive year in observance of World Environment Day. Antonio Day has the details.
Shout 3.0, Guyana's leading national environmental speech competition, is set for June 5, 2025, in honor of World Environment Day. The initiative, supported by ExxonMobil Guyana and the Ministry of Education, is geared at empowering secondary school students to take active roles in environmental sustainability through public speaking, research, and advocacy. According to Dr. Dave Lautu, founder and president of Recover, the venture will feature participants from all 10 administrative regions,
leading to the creation of environmental clubs within schools across the country, where young people can actively contribute to the cause through partnerships with NGOs like ours.
Lautu noted that Shout 3.0 will equip students with knowledge, confidence, and a platform to advocate for change while shaping a more sustainable future for Ghana at one speech at a time.
Creating a network of passionate advocates for change, this is the power of Shout, empowering the next generation to lead, collaborate, and build a sustainable future for all.
World Environment Day in 2025 places special focus on ending plastic pollution. For decades, plastic pollution has seeped into every corner of the world, leaching into the water we drink, into the food we eat, and our bodies. While plastic pollution is a major concern, it is also one of the most fixable of today's environmental challenges, with some obvious solutions at hand. I'm Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
The spanking new $4.57 billion state-of-the-art Faculty of Health Sciences building was commissioned on Tuesday. More in this Dacia Richards report.
Under the Guyana Education Sector Improvement Plan, the University of Guyana, through the Government of Guyana and the International Development Bank IDB, commissioned the spanking new College of Medical Sciences building at the University Turkana campus. President Irfan Ali, in his feature address, said although it took some time to commence the construction of the project, it was still given priority so that students can have access to state-of-the-art equipment and facilities.
The world is advancing at a tremendous pace, and we will also have to have labs that allow our students to learn robotics, AI, using robotic arms to do surgery. Otherwise, you will not be able to function in the new healthcare system.
The head of state added that the way the world is heading, technology will take over and become the new norm.
We want to apply our development strategy. Innovation, AI, digitization, all must be integrated into every single thing we're doing here at the university and in our national development.
Meanwhile, Jaime Saavedra, director of the World Bank's Human Development for Latin America and the Caribbean, has said that new government of this foundation.
Is a powerful testament to the reformed and Archbishop purpose.
Meanwhile, the University of Guyana, Sir Dr. Mohamed Marit, the edition will now only accept all motion to make program.
Now, even though we still have everything person can apply, I have to say that this list allows the 40% or sentiment.
Doing a psychology with a room and me the initially. Crash out to skills laboratory and the classrooms for AMC Richard.
This more news from the US this break. Stay with us.
Clean up, we can help. Sevon's Waste Management can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away.
So smart, upgrade your home. Smart TVs from low at $32,999. Plus, shop and make your first payment in 3 days with Core Direct Finance. Every day, you the Core free. Offer April 2021.
Welcome back. You're watching the HGP Nightly News. There is a significant decline in CBOP production over the years due to internal and external factors. This is according to the Chief Corporate Development Officer in Anthony.
In 2021, seed production for 9. Compared to 2018, Chief Cooperative Development Officer, Ministry of Labor.
And also,
Prime Minister the launch of Fish Sourcing Project. Has the potential to affect the CBOP industry, as studies and reports indicate potential impacts on marine life and water quality. It is public knowledge, though, that the government of Guyana continues to deny significant effects. I'm Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Antonio. The Guyana Learning Channel has added 6 new digital channels aimed at changing broadcast in Guyana, making it clearer and more interactive. Dacia Richards has that story.
The Guyana Learning Channel, in an effort to strengthen distance education, has launched 6 new digital channels. With this launch, the distribution of the digital television boxes also began. President Irfan Ali, in a very concise speech, said the new digital platform will complement the now functional Guyana Digital School.
The digital school will be interactive school. It will be just like a normal school, but on a digital platform. We'll have buildings to house the school. We already identified one building that is completed in Region 6, one in Essequibo.
He pointed out that students will attend the digital school, which will be accessible to everyone.
Very shortly, We're going to put a lot of investment in the digital school, as we're going to continue to invest in our own digital platform.
Minister of Education Priya Manik-Chan highlighted that the aim of the channel is to bring about a balance outside of a classroom while expanding access to quality education.
And the child at St. Ignatius, and the child at Monkey Mountain, and the child at Garden Table in the Maikoni River, they could access the best teacher. It's no longer about where you live.
The channels include a junior, elementary, teen, plus Discover and Elevate, which will be broadcast to villages and communities across the platform. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Stay tuned for regional news.
Introducing Cool Kids 1 liter juice. Now with even more fun in every box. Choose from delicious apple grape, kiwi strawberry, or orange. Perfect for morning and afternoon time, the weekends, or any time at home. Packed with vitamins A, C, and E, it keeps you strong, healthy, and ready for fun. Cool Kids 1 liter. A huge juice for more fun and more saving.
You know, I've been thinking, since I moved over to the west side, this is the perfect location for put up a food stand.
Put up food stand here?
Yes, Officer Bringer.
Oh, Granny, you can't put up no food stand here.
Why not?
Because the gas to energy pipeline.
Gas to energy? Why is that?
You can bring gas from offshore to region 3, that can turn into electricity and other things.
So what about if Granny put it up over there?
No, Granny, listen. This whole area here, from here to the West Bank, is considered the right of way. So nobody can build, plant, dig, or burn nothing here.
But what if I am?
No buts, Granny. Listen, you could get yourself or others hurt. Watch, you see this number here? You call it if you see anybody doing anything out of the way or doing anything they ain't supposed to be doing, like building, digging, or burning stuff on the right of way.
All right, grandson, I hear you.
Interested in honoring or paying tribute to a loved one, or just making a loved one feel special? HGP TV offers you all that and more. Air your birthday greetings, death announcements, and wedding anniversaries on HGP TV today. HGP TV offers affordable prices, convenience, and great services. Call us on 220-3660 or email us at sales@hgptv.com.
Good evening and welcome to Tuesday's edition of the Regional News. 2 Kenyan police officers in Haiti have been seriously injured in clashes with gangs over the past week, adding to the mission's growing list of casualties as it comes on the increasingly frequent attack. Kenya first deployed officers last June to the Multinational Security Support MSS mission, which currently has around 1,000 security personnel, about 3/4 of them from Kenya. The mission, aimed at restoring enough security for Haiti to hold elections by February 2026, has faced morale issues almost from the start and uncertainty about its possible expansions amid escalating gang violence. It suffered its first fatality in February, and the MSS reported another Kenyan officer missing last week. The United States has provided most of the funding and equipment for the mission, which has struggled to secure significant contributions from other countries. Kenya's government has cited humanitarian reasons for its intervention in Haiti, though experts say the deployment is also motivated by a desire to boost the country's international profile and win favor with the United States. Heavily armed gangs struck the city of Mirabelais in central Haiti on Monday, seizing control of a local prison as hundreds of people fled the area under gunfire. Local media reported that gang members released dozens of inmates in the large-scale attack targeting parts of Mirabilis, just 30 miles northeast of the capital Port-au-Prince. In a video posted on social media, a man is seen hoisting an automatic rifle as people around him yelled, quote-unquote, "We broke out the prisoners." Soon after, they began chanting, quote-unquote, "They can't stop us." At least 530 prisoners escaped. United Oil and Gas says it has secured a 2-year extension of its Walton Morant license to explore for oil offshore Jamaica. The 2-year extension gives United Oil, a company based in the United Kingdom, more time to finalize discussions with drilling partners. If the company does not commence drilling within that period, it risks losing the Walton Morant license unless granted another extension. Ultimately, the hunt for oil offshore Jamaica requires a partnership with a drilling firm willing to invest about $30 million to test for oil. United Oil said the talks are confidential. Initially set to expire in January 2026, the license is now valid until January 2028, granting United Oil leeway to advance preliminary activities and continue the search for farm-in partners. The extension reflects the Jamaican government's continued support of oil and gas exploration in the region, the company stated. Thank you for watching. I am Tiana Cole.
$300 monthly sexual assault cases in Guyana. 90% of victims are women. Stupid people invested in the Ponzi scheme. VP Jagdeo. Minister Edgel urges caution, patience as Linden Highway undergoes major rehabilitation. And a $4.57 billion state-of-the-art Faculty of Health Sciences commissioned. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Aletha Grant. Thanks for watching.